All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Nerd Related. We're back with the Party Panda, aka Raymond Johnson.
Yes,
How's it going,
sir.
man?
It's going pretty good. Guys, we were gonna do one last week before New Year's, but I kind of blew that. So this is that one.
So we're back at it again.
But we're back, guys, and hopefully this keeps being a thing, and I can stay on my P's and Q's here and stuff. You know.
How's everything else going, man?
Pretty good, man. I got a sweet mullet.
Oh, I saw that. I saw the picture on Facebook. I was like, oh, he's bringing it back.
So I'm looking pretty, looking pretty cute if I don't say so myself.
I mean, and, nobody makes Joe Dirt look good better than you do.
I lost my AirPods again.
Oh, so no.
I got to buy another pair of those probably today or tomorrow. And then my kids are coming, so, I bought a new game on the Oculus. I could, what is it called?
Population 1?
Yeah, Population 1. It's pretty fun, pretty cool. And then everyone's starting to get one. So I'm getting a lot more friends in there since Christmas. Everyone's starting to get one. So how you been doing since the last?
I'm good. I have outside of that, pretty good. The week went by super fast for me. I've never had allergies before, but I feel, can you develop allergies after you're older? I feel like I have allergies, dog. Like my nose feels weird as shit.
Dude, the older you get, the more shit happens to you.
Because I just all day, like my eyes are watery. I'll tell you what you do. I'm like, I better not have no damn allergies. Huh?
You develop back problems. I'll tell you that.
Dog, my hip hurts, bro. I promise you, dog. Part of this is because I'm fat. Another part is because my car is low as hell. But every time I get in and out of my car, dog, my right hip be killing me, bro. Like I feel like I'm 80, dog. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But outside of that, my body seems to be shutting down, but we're good.
Hey, you got an Oculus? You got an Oculus?
I did, man. So I never been into VR like that. I got the PlayStation VR when it came out. Mm-hmm. And it just wasn't for me at the time. I thought it was just a me thing, but I was talking to my buddy, Michael, who we had never talked about it before, but he experienced the same thing. It was like the PlayStation VR gave me motion sickness. And it was like one of those things, like I never really got it before. It might just be because it was just whack technology, but when I would play some games, I would feel like sick. So I was like, whatever, I sold it like day one. But let me tell you, dude, the Oculus is something different, dog. Like I know you've been on it and you like that thing, but it feels different. I don't get sick using it. It's truly
like immersive. I didn't play one before that, so that's all I know. And when I first put the headset on and I seen like it was like its own video game system and whatever, it's awesome, man. It's dope. They got a lot of good free stuff on there, and then my kids like it, so it's cool, man. I just hate the battery life on it though. That's about it. So it only lasts about 2 hours.
I'm a believer now, though. The Oculus is the truth. I haven't tried like the Vive. There's like 7 or 8 like high-end headsets, right? But I've never tried them, so I can only compare them to the PSVR, and that was just trash.
And those all plug into the computer, though. You have to have a computer to play anything more high-end. Oculus is its own thing. So you buy an Oculus, you buy all the games on there, you play all the games on that thing. You don't need to plug it up to anything else. Just charge it and play. It's fantastic for that. Like it's crazy. You can take it wherever. You can just take it anywhere. Yeah. Give yourself a little circular room, and you can play either standing up or sitting down. But if you're playing sitting down, you're old or you're fat or handicapped. Or you're handicapped. You can be handicapped. So I'm not talking about you. But if you are playing and sitting down, and you can stand up. Get your ass off the
couch. So when I bought it for my wife because she wanted to play Beat Saber, so she's like, I want an Oculus. I was like, all right, well, let's get one. It's not my thing, right? Because of my bad experience with the PlayStation one. I was like, I don't care for it. I don't want it. But we bought it. We bought the I don't know, the more memory one. Is it memory or storage?
Yeah. No, me too. It's $400.
$400. Yeah, it costs $400.
Yeah.
So I bought it for Christmas. I ended up giving it to her like a month earlier, and she's all over that Beat Saber thing, just like buying music packs and just doing all kinds of stuff, dancing and stuff.
Have you tried out Beat Saber yet?
I've tried it, but
I like it.
It's weird.
I've done. I think I tried a hard the other day. I was playing Kendrick's. I was out there like,
she loves it.
oh, okay.
I did experience. Get your camera back up, boy. You got too excited.
All right. I was doing the Beat Saber while my knees are touching this desk, so I was just, and then the knee hit it.
No, she so I was one of the unlucky few, and this hasn't changed my perception of the Oculus itself. I think it's an amazing piece of technology, but I'm one of the few people that have an issue with the right controller, where if you move it too much, the battery shakes and it disconnects. So I Googled
mine seemed like that, like when I was trying to because I use my right hand, obviously.
Yeah.
So I was trying I was like trying to point it and pick stuff sometimes. The little light beam, the cursor when it come up.
Yeah.
And so, I didn't know them things even took batteries until I dropped it. I dropped the controller and the battery popped out. I was like, oh shit.
In the game, in Beat Saber specifically, because you're doing all this, right? Like you're moving around. Yeah. So it would say right controller disconnected. So I Googled it. Couple Reddit threads about it. Apparently it's just a manufacturing flaw, like it's too loose, just on the right controller for some reason. So like if you stick something, for those of you that just got one, if you're experiencing this, it took me like 2 hours searching online. If you put like a piece of cardboard or a piece of tape behind the battery and then put the battery in place, it solves the problem. It won't happen anymore. So it's an easy fix. Just one of those things where like maybe they just made it the gap a little bigger than they should have. So the battery moves around in there when you're shaking.
I'm gonna do that for sure.
But a good thing you with the Oculus. So biggest electronic expo in the world is happening right now. It actually ends today. They're cutting it short because of COVID. I really want to get out to one of these things, man. I know you don't really know too much about it, Ray, but the EES is the biggest electronic expo in the entire world, and we have everything in there from anything technology, so cars, video games, monitors, computers, cell phones, TVs, anything that you can plug into a wall or drive. This is where they show you the coolest stuff. Some of the stuff they show you on here sometimes never even comes out that you can even buy, right? Like BMW showed a car today or yesterday, I think it was. And the car changes colors, bro. As you're driving it goes from like black to white and like moves back and forth. It's crazy.
Bentley. I felt so stupid after I asked you what it was. You're like, yeah, we could talk about CES on the podcast. And I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what is that? You're like the biggest. For someone that thinks he's hip, I'm definitely gonna. Well, I'm from here on out. I'm definitely gonna check it out. But
no, super cool. I want to get there, dog. Maybe next year we can go. You never know what it looks like. It's in Vegas usually.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
last year they didn't.
I put a weekend vacation in, and we can. I never flown before though, so I'm scared as hell to fly.
It'll be super. I mean, I've been flying by myself since I was 4, so you can.
I'll meet you in the Greyhound. I'll take a Greyhound like 3 days. Oh hell
no! You know I take the Greyhound, dog. I took a Greyhound to Salt Lake City one time. It was the worst experience of my life.
Oh, dude, just taking it 3 hours away. I took a Greyhound 3 hours away. It felt like 10 hours. It's terrible.
So at CES, and we'll probably jump around this as we have, as we talk, there's a couple of different things that were cool. But since we're talking about VR specifically, Sony announced and showed a portion of what the PlayStation VR 2 is going to be. They didn't show the headset, which kind of worries me because it probably means it's ugly or something. But they showed the controllers. They look just like the Oculus controllers, but they kind of wrap around your hand closer than the Oculus ones do.
They're definitely gonna rip off the Oculus.
For sure, because it's the most functioning.
That's what you have to do. Yeah. That's how it goes. One. Yeah, usually the second thing that comes out is the better one.
Yeah. So you mentioned something that's a key difference, and it does need to be plugged into the PlayStation still. There's advantages to that though. Like if you plug into a computer or a PlayStation, it's more powerful, right? Like it's faster. You can have a better experience, like all that stuff. It has better display right now than the current Oculus. So it's going to be an upgraded headset in general. But we don't know what the headset looks like. One cool thing, Ray, that I don't know if you've even looked it up, that is completely different from everything else. All the headsets have like audio built into them.
Yeah.
What Sony's doing is they're putting sensors all around it, but also vibration sensors around it. And that changes the game because their 3D audio is amazing. I know you don't have a PS5, but the 3D audio, dude, changes the game altogether. Like anyone using 3D audio, it's just phenomenal. But what's cool about it?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What's cool about it for me is like if you're playing a shooting game, for example, and something whizzes by your head, not only can you hear it now, but you'll probably feel like the air coming through. That's going to change the way you play the game.
That's what I was wondering about the Oculus. I was like, how do you use a headset, or what kind of headsets you use? Because when I played the game, like when I was playing that Population 1 or whatever, it's a battle royale game, I could hear the people.
Yeah, I can too.
But I want to know what's up with the headset. Like, I just Bluetooth my headset to it and stuff. That's why I got.
Well, let's find out right now.
Yeah. While you're doing that,
headsets.
Talk about Happy New Year, everybody. By the way, and then speaking of New Year's, we're gonna talk about some things that weren't too good for me last year, and just recently too. Like, I can't even remember the beginning of the year too much. This year went by crazy for me and stuff. But I think my number one thing I was let down by, I don't know why, but I guess was the Matrix, man. Like, I was
bad.
I feel like it just let me down all the way. I don't even say it was a bad movie. It's just like
it was a bad concept for me. Like, I feel like it doesn't need to exist. Yeah, it doesn't need to exist.
And then you're trying to jam 3 movies into like one movie. You know, it's not going any further or anything like that. And it took you 3 movies to build this person up to be like, you know, the one, whatever. You know, come on, that was mainstream. Like, that wasn't everything, music, TV, whatever, you know. And then you put this movie out, and the guy these crutches, you know, getting fed like a baby or something. It was just, you know. Then he has these force powers and this karate sex. Yeah. That's all.
I mean, I agree. I wouldn't say I disliked the movie. It was just one of those things like where I watched it, and at the end I was like, like, I don't know why it exists. It doesn't have to exist. Like, I probably will never watch it again after the first time I watched. Like, this one went like,
Yeah, there was like no need for it all. But I get it, man. Like, you know, nostalgia, like everything is nostalgia driven now. Like everything pretty much. If it was popular, it's coming. I'll tell you that. If it's popular, it's coming. So I pray to God they bring RoboCop again better than the last one they tried to.
RoboCop.
Because hey man, it worked.
I didn't hate the last RoboCop, but again, it was one of those things where like, I had the same feeling I did to the Matrix. Like it wasn't the worst, but I don't need it in my life at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't too hyped for it, but then it was out, and I was like, okay. And then I'm not gonna lie, like there were some parts of the movie where I started like getting a feeling like when they played like music from the old one, or they were like, we're using the old stuff to teach you about this new stuff, but it already happened. I was like, all right, kind of cool, but then it just got too drawn out with the love story. Like, what's like love conquers all, or I don't know what they were going for in the movie. And then watching the interview before I seen it, Keanu Reeves is like, you got to be a genius to make a movie like this. I was like, okay, all right. I watched it. I'm like, the fuck was he even talking about, man? I love Keanu Reeves, man. He's never really said anything bad except for that. That's the stupidest thing that man's ever said. So
I don't think just to kind of loop back to the Oculus headset, I don't think you can do like wireless headsets. It looks like it takes USB headsets, USB-C. Yeah, like computer headset.
So you had to be hooked into a computer.
No. You plug into USB-C to the headset, the charging port. You can plug it into that. Or it has a 3.5 jack too. So the headset you have on your head right now, that would work on it.
Oh, okay, bad.
So you can just plug that on there. But it doesn't. That's kind of the downfall. I guess if I had to say anything wrong with it, it would be that. Like, you should Bluetooth it, right? Like, but how much does adding Bluetooth add to the cost? You got
another $100,
right? So like,
I don't know why Bluetooth is still so expensive.
Well, Sony's headset's not going to be no cheaper than $500. I guarantee it, bro. Like, with the audio that it has, the extra sensors, like $500 is going to be the minimum amount you're paying for that thing.
And then while we're talking about Oculus, I'm gonna go to video games. I'm sorry, then the Matrix wasn't the biggest letdown. Battlefield 2042
my God.
was the biggest letdown of this year to me. I bought the $100 version of the game. It's still how long has it been out now? Since beginning of
October?
December.
I was November.
Oh yeah,
November,
yeah.
it was
You can
November.
play early in
Yeah.
October. It still doesn't have its own voice chat system, and that makes me not play the game at all anymore. Like it wasn't like the worst game ever, but it had a lot of hiccups and stuff like that. Obviously all Battlefield games always have, but they had a chat system, and it's cross-platform. You know what I'm saying? And which is cool because if you don't have a cross-platform game that stays that's a shooter, you're
Yeah,
losing.
it's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? But to still not have a party chat, and I don't even know when they're gonna have a.
There's
I just don't
like
even
no
want to play the game.
update on it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
would
was
say
even, yeah, go ahead.
I'd say video game wise that has, but it's like so things to keep in mind, right? That affect it. Obviously, I'm not making excuses for EA because they're a terrible company in general, but um COVID really affected all this stuff, right? People got sent home, like the process of making not just video games, but making almost anything changed the last 2 years. That's why we have this gap right now where you can't find a car, you can't find graphics cards, you can't find a good video game to play because for 2 years it felt like nobody's doing shit. So that affects it. But
Yeah,
outside of that, the game is just terrible, bro. It feels like they wanted to make a Call of Duty. And I don't understand why. Like, it doesn't make sense why. Like, why you have a loyal fan base? Why are you trying to be Call of Duty? And it just, the more I played, I put like 80 hours into it just to like make sure. The more I played it, the more I hated it, bro. It's just like this game is just like it doesn't know what it wants to be, and it's not Battlefield anymore. And I'm just not into it.
Yeah, and I don't even think about playing it.
I don't either.
And,
I haven't turned it on in forever.
And then like because I'm stuck in BRs pretty much still, and that mode that they said was gonna be kind of like BR and stuff like that has like bots and extra little random shit that you don't want as a BR player, and it just didn't hit anywhere, for me. I'm still playing Apex like it came out yesterday, so what I mean. And I feel like if your game ain't cross-platform, it's gonna just fail, or because I bought that one game. It was called Insurgent Sandstorm.
Yeah,
dude, it was like it's the most realistic shooter I played. Like I was talking it up to you when I first.
Yeah, you were. You were trying to get me to play it for awesome. A minute,
but then not having nobody play with her can't be cross-platform. It sucks, man.
I mean, it's here's one thing that's gonna happen, right? To kind of meld everything that I'm into, like, and Ray's kind of into most of the stuff I'm into. Like, I'm like my circle's a little bigger, so like I'm into cryptos, right? Into NFTs at CES. NFTs were a big thing. Do you even know what an NFT is? Some of our innocent listeners might not even know what it is.
I forgot what the name for it is, but I get the concept of it. Like it's a one shot thing. Like there's not one shot. There's a certain amount of them or whatever, and it depends on what it is. But I don't know why they're selling for so much money though.
So
that's what I don't get.
It can be anything. So it technically stands for a non-fungible token. What that means is you own whatever piece of art or whatever the picture is. It could be a song. It could be a deed to a house. It could be anything. It doesn't matter. But there's only one of it. There's only you own that one. So like taking a screenshot doesn't matter. Like a lot of people are like, oh, you paid 10,000 for an NFT. I'll just take a screenshot and I own it too. Like, no, buddy, you don't. Like the transactions are on the blockchain. I don't want to turn this into a crypto conversation, but the reason I bring it up is at CES, NFTs had a big presence. Like Samsung's going to start including them on their TV sets where you can access markets to buy them. Like the metaverse is big, and NFTs are the main foundation of the metaverse are going to be NFTs where you buy a piece of clothing, that'll be an NFT. You can wear it in one game, maybe transfer it to another game, put it into a metaverse and walk around with it. Nike's making shoes, Adidas is making shoes, people are making cars. This shit is crazy. But GameStop,
I don't like that.
GameStop just announced that they're gonna start messing with NFTs as like a marketplace too. So their stock went up today because of that announcement. So it's like things are being more connected. So when you say like, if you don't have a cross-platform game where I can talk to other people on, you're gonna fail. And now more than ever, like everyone's trying to be into the same space where you can just seamlessly transition from video game to working to whatever in one place. Like if you can't do that, you're not gonna survive.
Hey, but speaking of like everyone trying to get into one thing, whatever, that metaverse thing, pretty smart idea. I'm hip. I can't wait for that to start. The only thing I like about it though is like I'm not gonna be one of the because there's gonna be losers. There's gonna be
For sure.
there's gonna be fucking losers, man. And they're gonna be on there like, oh, I bought this $300 pair of shoes, and my character looks all cool and stuff. I'll be one of those guys. What do you look like in real life? Huh? What do you look like in real life? And dude, you better not start dating and getting girlfriends on there. Bro.
You for sure. You're gonna
Because
live.
dude, you talk about catfish.
Nah, like your kids are gonna live in the metaverse, bro. Like as we get older and they're like in high school, like that's what their life is gonna be.
I won't allow it. Dude. I'm glad my kids are kind of, my daughter's 11, my son's 8. I'm glad they're kind of over that because if you grow up as like a little kid in Memphis, you're gonna be weird. I don't know. That's what I just think. You're gonna be a weirdo, dude.
It'll be interesting. So I'm talking about video games. I'm trying to get ready to play this game called Super People. I'm super into it right now. It's basically what PUBG could have been had they developed it and made it a faster game combined with elements of Apex. Probably is the closest. You have superpowers, but it's in a PUBG type of mechanic kind of game. It's on PC only. It's in a beta. So Ray was like, I'll try it. I got to probably update my computer. So he's like, what do I need? I was like, well, you can't buy a graphics card because no one has any. So good luck finding one. Well, good news is NVIDIA, AMD announced some too, but NVIDIA's just announced an RTX 3050 coming out January 27th.
For how much?
I'm getting there. Hold your horses.
So I can't do computers.
It's an entry level card, so it's made for people that are getting in. Only costs $249.
Okay.
So that is the one to try to get at launch, January 27th. It's gonna be good. I mean, obviously, it's not like a high tier card, but it's gonna allow you to do a lot of the same stuff that we're doing now with the newer cards, where it'll have the tensor cores, it'll have DLSS, which kind of smooths out frame rates, some AI functions within the NVIDIA just software, 60 frames per second. So it'll allow you to do things that you can't do right now at a very cheap rate. NVIDIA is lowering the cost of entry for a lot of PC stuff right now. And it's smart because their stock numbers just keep going up.
I mean, I'm gonna be a console gamer till they force me to not. As long as they make them, I'm always gonna be doing that. But I want to upgrade my computer, and I would have already if they didn't make it so difficult to find the graphics card.
So hard.
If you do, it's expensive as hell. So they're losing me with that. But
that's one of those things where like it's not. It's the world economy. Like what I'm saying. Like it's like we don't have cars right now because of the chip shortage. So I get it.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel you. So I was gonna ask you. So what are some things that hit for you though in 2021? Like what were
2021. I guess for me, video game wise, there wasn't a lot. I've been complaining about this for a long time. I feel like, for reasons we've already talked about, right? There wasn't no good new additions. Like there were some good expansions. Like Apex does. It still feels like the smoothest experience. Fortnite was fun. We played Fortnite last year. We weren't playing that shit before. Like
yeah.
We got into that. Bought some skins. Like they still own the pop culture space, right? Like if you didn't have to build on Fortnite, I'd be playing that shit because it has all the Marvel skins, it has DC skins, it has everything.
Speaking of that, that's another thing I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to that though. They said something about having not to build, so
yeah, there's gonna be a build mode.
If they do that, I'll definitely play it more.
I would too.
But I think Halo hit, man. I mean, I know I don't play it too much, because,
right? Yeah, I was about to say you're not on it
because like I'm competitive when it comes to almost everything, and to me, BR is the most competitive. So when I step away from it, I just get bored, and playing, back and forth, just verses and stuff like that, it just don't do it for me. But like if this was 2015, man, Halo, be cracking. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's BRs or nothing. So and Apex still the best BR. So for video game wise, like nothing to me messing with that right now.
I mean, video game wise, 2 games stand out of all of them, and they're not even shooters, which is weird because I usually play like either 2K or just exclusively shooters for the most part.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank PS5 exclusive. That game was amazing, bro. Like it captivated my attention. I wanted to beat it, and I played it through and beat it. It was just a super fun, quick game. It looked cool. Took advantage of the PS, stats and just tech.
I can't even remember the last video game I beat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't beat that many of them, but I beat that one. And then I know you're not a racing fan, but Horizon, dude, Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox and PC.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah,
like, it's the graphics in that game are just outstanding, bro. Like, even the Series X is a powerful console, but I feel like it looks so good on there that I don't even have to play it on my PC. Usually I'll play it on PC because it looks better, but like, it's like, this thing looks great. Why would I let me connect this steer wheel I have back here and let's go drive around Mexico for a couple hours.
Another thing about 2021, like, I never thought this streaming service thing was going to be as good all around as it is. You know what I mean? Like, and it took me a while. Like, I didn't start getting them till the end of the year, but now I have like 5 of them. I was like, dude, I'm not fucking doing this, bro. I got rid of cable. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Now I have Netflix, Amazon, Paramount, Apple TV Plus. I have Chiller. That's like a horror movie.
Yeah, I knew you would get that one. When I see that, I was like, Ray, for sure getting this.
But it's still cheaper than cable though, because I'm paying like what, $5 a month Apple, $5 a month for Chiller. I think 10 or 12 for Amazon, 14 for Netflix, and then the Paramount I think is like $5. Yeah, so that's still way under what what I was paying. But dude, they all have something to offer.
All of them. I mean, I have all of
which
it.
Which is crazy.
Basically.
That's what shit's out there, dude. They all have something to offer. It's just insane.
I mean, we cut the cord. We use YouTube TV because I need like live sports and stuff like that. But outside of that, HBO Max, amazing, a lot of cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot HBO Max. Okay, I have like 6 of them.
Netflix. Every time I feel like I tell my wife, like, let's cancel Netflix. We don't need it. And then they announce something that I'm like, well, I can't cancel it now. I gotta watch the show that's coming out.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting rid of Netflix because I really don't watch too much on there.
Every time I feel like, so I'm gonna cancel it and be like, oh shit, let me watch this. So we keep it around. Then we have Hulu because we got like a crazy deal for $2. So we have Hulu for like just random stuff. Amazon Prime, instead of paying monthly, bro, just get the Prime for the year, and then you.
That's what I mean. Like, I pay.
Oh, you just broke it down.
Yeah. But I'm talking about other services I got. But speaking of that, what I like about Amazon is I go through them to get my other things though. Like my Paramount's through Amazon, and so is my Chiller or Thriller, whatever it's called, Triller or no, it is Chiller. I think whatever it is. And then dude, another thing hidden. Well, I know, it came out I think it came out in 2021. Yeah, obviously it did. But that Mayor of Kingstown on Paramount.
I seen you posted about it the other day. I haven't watched it.
The best show on any platform. Period.
I haven't watched it.
Jeremy Renner. He's the dude. The show is for right from the jump, Brian. Like, dude, the first 3 minutes I was hooked. I was like, oh, okay.
I haven't.
And dude, the first episode, something happens. You don't, dude. Awesome, fantastic. Jeremy Renner, you're the man. Even though I haven't watched Hawkeye yet, because I'm not paying for Disney Plus.
Out of all the things that you have, you're not paying for Disney Plus.
Well, except when Moon Knight comes out, I'll buy you for just a little bit.
Why did you like about Disney Plus? I mean, I know you're not a Star Wars fan, but outside of that, like, what?
Yeah, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm not a big Disney movie fan. All I watched on there was the Muppets, and I feel like it's too expensive for like what Disney.
I don't even know how much it costs. What did it cost? $5? $10?
Well,
I don't know. I bought it for like when it first came out. When they announced it, I was like, they had a deal where like you buy 2 years, get one free. So I just jumped on it, and I haven't paid for it since. So I don't know what it's at. I'm sure it's like $8 or $10. It has to be around there.
But Apple TV is killing it for me though too, man. I love Apple.
I watch. I guess one of the cool things about 2021 that I like really fell in love with and didn't think I would. Ted Lasso is an amazing TV show, bro.
I haven't watched it yet.
So good. I actually like a lot of stuff on there.
I thought you were going to say the Finch movie.
C is cool. Finch was cool. I watched Finch.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Dude, I love it's like Tom Hanks can't lose, bro. He can't lose.
It was a good movie.
If he's made a bad movie, you could take one of my fingers or something. Dude.
America's Dad, right? Is that what they call him? America's Dad? Something like that.
Dude, he started COVID. Nobody believed in COVID until Tom Hanks got it.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Like, oh shit, Tom Hanks has COVID?
Like, this is real. It really hurt.
It wasn't real until Tom Hanks got
it.
Right. Oh, Tom Hanks got it. It's real. Everyone's like, where is he? We want to see pictures of him. We want
And then he was like, it was tough for me and my wife. And like, oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's real then. Tom Hanks got it. My aunt died 2 weeks ago, but Tom Hanks got it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, it was close to home, but you know.
Man, but no, Finch, dude, it was good. I'm just surprised. Well, the reason why it hasn't been talked about really between me and my friends or whatever shit, because like, most of them are a little broker than me or whatever. They can't afford to have all these damn channels, man. A lot of people can't, not normal people. And you know what I'm saying? Regular guys. I'm a regular guy, but you know what I mean though.
So for me, I worked in the cable industry for a couple of years, for I don't know, 5-6 years. One of the things people complain about a lot, and we just talked about it briefly, were like when you talked about how much cable costs, is the cost. But the problem is Disney's responsible for a lot of that because they have the most channels. They have ESPN, the Disney Channel, so they charge the most out of all the packages. They sell you a bundle of their channels.
Yeah.
So when you say like, I want to be able to pick my channels, that's what this is, right? Like now you're able to pick HBO, Apple, Netflix, and like you build your own package. ESPN Plus, you can watch live sports on ESPN. Like just kind of do whatever you want to do. And if you get wrapped up in it, it can equal your cable prices. You end up signing up for everything. It's like, oh, I have like $90 worth of subscription services. But what it also does is, because the money's coming directly to those providers, to Netflix, to Apple, they can invest more money in making more quality content versus having to have those negotiations. That's why like HBO now is having all these amazing TV shows and straight to HBO movies, because they can afford, not that they couldn't afford it before, but now they have this surplus of money that they can throw at it. Like Apple, on top of all the billions of dollars they make selling their phones and iPads, whatever, now they have a revenue stream of TV subscriptions that they can throw into making more quality content. So,
and the people feel like they're pushing the envelope too, man. Because if the people want it and these companies see that people want it, they're going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Or like if something like the guys from Workaholics or whatever, Paramount made that channel. Paramount owns them, I think, or whatever and stuff. And then their podcast was hitting, doing good. And next thing you know, they're talking on their podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
Yeah, the next thing they're talking about is they're going to be making a Workaholics movie for Paramount Plus. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, the people, it's more buyer driven more than ever. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, you get it. If it sucks,
it's about quality.
You're gonna get rid of it.
Yeah, it's about quality.
It started with Sonic, bro. From Sonic, after Sonic, and people seeing what happened, like, oh, if we actually listen to the people and go back, and that lets you know. Well, I'm not going to go that far into it, but that lets you know they could be doing that forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they didn't care. But now the internet is so big, it can shut down so much shit so fast.
I'm waiting for that shit to happen on video games, because like, how many people bought Battlefield? How many times do we spend all this money on, like, I know you haven't been playing 2K, but people spend all this money on 2K. They buy VC, and it's the same shit. You still have trouble getting into a server, playing in the Pro-Am, like, at some point, you're going to be like, I'm not buying this shit until you fix it, right? Like, and that's what you're seeing now more in entertainment. You're seeing it in movies and TV shows and music. Like, yeah, that was trash. We're not buying it. So I can't believe we haven't said this.
Chat.
When we talk about best things of 2021, we did a whole podcast last time about Spider-Man. It doesn't feel like it came out in 2021, but it did. 2021, it came out in December. So
that was number one. That was number one for me. And Ghostbusters is number 2.
So that's funny, because I was reading today. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. And Ghostbusters is like one of the most disappointing movies to a lot of people last year. Like a lot of people were reviewing it as a disappointment. I liked it. I thought it was cool. Like I didn't think it was the greatest movie ever, but I
Whoever
enjoyed
said it,
watching it.
I got these for your face. Whoever said that.
I thought it was cool. I'll watch it again once it comes out. I think it's gonna come out on
It was
HBO
fire.
actually. What it worked.
Paul
I
Rudd
think
killed it. Whatever, dog. Every review I've seen before I seen it, they was talking good things about it. Then after I seen it, everyone I talk to that seen it, loved it too.
yeah, I try to
So,
stay away from reviews before I watch it. I'll read them after just to see like what people are saying, but I want to go in with an open mind. I watched it and I
yeah.
thought it was really good.
And
I
they
thought it was
build
really good.
something to go forward. Like that girl, that little girl, she's such a good actor. And they have something to build now. Like they can keep going with Ghostbusters now.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? That's what
I
this
just
was.
Googled things that released in 2021. Zack Snyder's Justice League, man. Like we're talking about fans changing things. They demanded they release this movie. It
And
was
then when they gave him
released.
like $400,000, like redo it. Like dang. Like,
And it was a better movie. Like it was
oh,
a
definitely better
better
movie.
movie.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, but that well, I mean, dude, you know, so much things gets jumbled up or whatever and stuff, man. So for sure. Well, let's see while we're on, still this. I'm gonna get into some things that I'm excited about coming up. Um, I'm just gonna go with my number one thing that I'm most excited about is Doctor Strange. You know what I'm saying? He's my favorite comic book character besides Batman. You know what I'm saying? But I've been a Batman fan, so whatever, forever. So I don't like saying Batman. But besides that, Doctor Strange is probably my number one.
Well, that's because
And
like if you say Batman or Spider-Man, that's like a cop-out answer because it's everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like the
yeah,
majority of the world will say Batman or Spider-Man.
even though I hate Cumberbatch, I don't like him in anything else he's ever did. But Doctor Strange, he kills it, and he kills it, and it looks good. And they've been building Doctor Strange up good in the movies. So, and he had a shitty experience in Endgame, so
Dog.
it was better to
Who
see him in this Spider-Man movie.
who was I talking to about that? I
Hopefully
was
it gets
talking to
better.
somebody.
You had my man come in the movie to
And
hold
did
up a
nothing
water
to
wall
stop water. They stopped water. He literally was there to stop water. He
and
did
wink at
nothing
Spider-Man.
else.
I got it. I was like,
Yeah,
I was almost
talking
as
to?
mad as the Hulk fans were when they
So
took
we
that
were
man's
just
arm or whatever.
we are just watching. I think I was talking to my wife about it because we watched Infinity War and then Endgame like a week ago. And I was like, I'm still mad how they treated Doctor Strange. He literally came in here to do nothing. He did nothing. He opened the portals to bring everyone there. That's it. He's one of the most powerful people we have, and he did nothing.
The girls. Wait, no, I'm not gonna say it. Not even. Nope. We ain't gonna. Nope. We ain't gonna go there. What's something you're excited for that's coming up this year in the new year?
I feel like I've been waiting for this my whole life. But Pokemon Legends are serious. I don't even know how to say the damn name.
I was just looking into that. And I was like, I know
Bruh.
I was going to mention this.
Dog.
I
Listen,
knew you were going to mention it.
an open world Pokemon game, a true open world. I'm in. Like, just sign me up at this point. Like January 28th. I don't have to wait long to play it. Like, this is gonna be dope. It's in the past though, so like this is gonna be truly something we've never seen before. It's like a couple hundred years before any Pokemon we've done so far. So to make the story different.
Yeah.
But it looks phenomenal. It's like, hey, Zelda was awesome. It's an open world. You're able to do whatever. Pokemon was like, I got you. So this thing's gonna sell like hotcakes, especially all those people that play like Pokemon Go and got Switches. There's gonna be a thing for them.
Yeah, I could tell your Pokeballs are full.
Woo! I had a Pokeball in here somewhere. I would have brought it out.
And also, man, what's this? Another thing I'm excited for. It feels like I've been waiting forever. Is Dying Light 2. Me and you used to play the shit out of Dying Light.
Yeah, dude, that was a fun.
That was like 7. That was almost 8 years ago, right?
Yeah, time flies,
dude. How long is it gonna take you to make part 2? Come on. Jeez, man. I'm gonna die before the next one comes out. I don't think Dying Light 3 is gonna come out. I'll be dead by then.
So video game that I like Doctor Strange. I'm not a huge fan like you are, but I'm interested. Very excited about that movie because this is where I think Disney introduces the properties they got back from Fox. So like, if there was ever a moment to introduce Deadpool, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, not like a fool, like they're a big ass part of the movie, but they exist. Here's what they look like. This is when it happens. And you already know I'm a huge X-Men fan, so if I even get a whiff of a Magneto or Professor Xavier, like it's over. Like I don't care what Spider-Man did in December, it's a wrap.
They were dude. X-Men was supposed to come in Spider-Man, dude.
Man, I'm ready for it.
It's the
I'm ready for
stupidest
it.
thing I ever heard in my life.
I saw that they deleted like the runtime for Spider-Man was so long that they had to delete like a bunch of shit. Like there was a bunch of deleted scenes that like I wouldn't say change the movie, but like
when the Blu-ray comes out.
You
know when the Blu-ray comes out. Another thing, man, I wasn't, and then until they brought Daredevil into the thing, but now I'm excited for She-Hulk because She-Hulk interacted a lot with Daredevil because they're both lawyers. So I'm super because I'm all Daredevil. First of all, they're not going to make a better show than Daredevil. Never. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, there's barely any show's better than Daredevil to me. Like
so Feige said, so obviously Charlie Cox is the Daredevil. We've seen him in Spider-Man, so we know that he's not gonna get his own stuff, but he's gonna be in like all the shows that are on Disney Plus. So he's gonna be in She-Hulk for sure. He'll probably be in Secret Wars. That'll be a good opportunity to like see him like truly Daredevil out fighting some of these shapeshifters.
He runs in the Moon Knight.
Oh, he for sure, because Moon Knight has taken over that mantle in certain opinions. So has Peter. There's so many things that can happen now. It's just so cool. I had bailed on Daredevil when they said the last season when Disney was like, or Netflix was like, we're not renewing them because Disney Plus was coming out. So they were like, I'm not gonna. So that was like, okay, well, officially this isn't tied to the MCU. I was like, I don't really care. Jessica Jones sucked. Iron Fist sucked. I kind of like Luke Cage. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best show. I like the Defenders because they were just all there and it was like 6 episodes. It was cool. But Daredevil was actually good, and the Punisher was amazing too. So I went back.
They better they better bring him in somewhere.
So I went back when I realized when I saw him officially in the Spider-Man movie, and I finished season 3 of Daredevil. That show's so good, dude. It's just such a good show.
It's so
such a good show.
Yeah, it's super good. And then just knock a couple other little things out real fast. Overwatch 2, I'm excited for if it comes out. I mean, I've been waiting because I played Overwatch for like 3
you're
years.
A huge Overwatch fan.
I played that game for like 3 years, so I'm excited for the second one. Don't know when it's coming out, but hopefully it's this year. They say it's this year. It's supposed to come out, I think, earlier, or at the end of last year or something. So I don't know, but that's one thing. And then Black Adam.
You're excited for Black Adam?
Anything The Rock touches is gold, and Black Adam is
that's true. But I remember when this movie, some context for the listeners, when this movie first was announced, and they were talking about he's gonna be an anti-hero, blah blah blah. I talked to Ray, and he was like, "That sounds fucking terrible. I don't even want to watch it."
Well, I mean, the idea is terrible to me. Still,
it's not though, because it's in that Earth. What is that Earth? What's the Justice League of America Earth? What? Yeah, I think no, that's Marvel. 616 is Marvel.
It's Earth. Earth 2 maybe, or Earth 6.
It's whatever the Justice League of America Earth is, and in that Earth, that Black Adam is an anti-hero. So like, I get it, right? But The Rock doesn't mess anything up, so it should be cool.
Yeah. So I was just throwing it out there though. Is Shazam coming out this year? No, that's like 3 years from now.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing on Shazam at all.
They showed something this year at that DC thing, or last year at the DC thing. That was cool about 2021 to do that DC thing.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
But just throw a couple DC more out there.
From CES, Samsung killed it. First off, they had if you look up highlights of CES, you're gonna see Samsung on there like 10 out of the 25 times.
For what?
Just like TVs, monitors. They did obviously their
is that their monitor, the 55 one?
That Arc is a Samsung curved monitor. I have 2 of them right now. They're just 32-inch ones, and they're not like, obviously it's not the same tech, but they're the same brand, like that Odyssey brand or whatever. That's what they are. I
Do they
don't
have a
care how
TV you
much
can
this
talk to yet?
monitor. I think there is. They do have one. I don't care how much this monitor costs, y'all. Like we'll have a link up on our Twitter or Facebook. There's a 55-inch monitor, which when you say 55 inches, usually you're saying this is a TV. But
Are
my
you looking
dude,
at my penis?
this is amazing. This
Yeah,
this
I get
is
that too.
this if I was looking at that, it'd be like this, but this is amazing.
Who told you?
It's super like I can't even put too much words to it, but you can tilt it sideways and it's curved. It's so big that you can snap 4 different pictures into the same screen. For streamers, like we stream, Ray's a huge streamer. Check him out on Facebook. Streams a lot more than me at this point. But for streamers, if you turn the monitor up and down, you can snap 3 screens. So the middle screen you can have as your game. You can have the bottom portion as your streaming software or your camera. And the top portion as a whole nother thing, watching whatever you want to watch. Dude, it's insane. This monitor is going to be so good, dude. It has a 16:9 ratio.
Did it show did you watch it or whatever?
What?
The CES thing
you're
talking about?
Just pictures. Like they don't have many videos. Lots of articles.
Did they talk about phones?
Yeah, they have phones. A lot of Samsung news on phones.
I almost didn't get a 13 Pro Max, and I was looking into that folding phone, but then I looked at the price. I think I gotta find something to do.
I'm just gonna keep. Look, my phone's shattered, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm just gonna keep.
I'm just gonna keep it until it stops working.
Let's plug iPhones here. iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Yeah,
fantastic.
You showed your screensaver. Your screensaver is Deadpool. Mine's NBA champions, baby. But I don't care how much this monitor costs, my guys. I am buying it. Like this thing is gonna be in my house the moment I'm allowed to buy it. It's happening. Look for a future video on it. Who else did some cool stuff?
Dude, that flip phone. Do you know how much it cost? The bigger one.
Probably like $2,000. It got to be like
$1,600.
Yeah, who cares? I don't even want a flip phone. Like, what would you want? I don't even care about.
Well, it flips open and it becomes.
I know it has like a foldable screen,
like a little laptop. Blah, blah.
Like I get it.
Comes with a little pen and shit. But you can still see the crease in the middle. My cousin has one. He was like, "Man, you should." I was like, "Yeah, you pay $1,600." I think it ain't good enough yet. I'm not gonna pay $1,600 for a Gen 2. I think it is a Gen 1, Gen 2. No.
Take my money for this screen, my guys.
Oh no, yeah, you sent me that monitor. Yeah, for sure. But I feel weird sitting in front of 55 because you don't want it that big. That's why we play on monitors.
Well, it's not gonna be because you can partition the screen, so like you can make it.
How many people are gonna do that though?
I mean, who knows? But I will because
for sure. So I just don't. I don't want to play nothing that big again.
So I have 4 monitors. I have this one that I'm looking at. I have one right here. Then my streaming PC, I have one above this one to like monitor my stuff. And then I have one right here to see other stuff.
Yeah.
With that screen, I could just partition the 4 sections of the screen and only have the one monitor. So like I'll turn it sideways or however I want, and I can have my streaming software on one part of the screen, the game just on the center part to make it smaller like we play now in like 32 inches.
Okay.
And then on the bottom have your chat.
Oh yeah. So there would be no need for a second monitor.
Right. It would.
Yeah, that makes more sense then. Even with you saying that now, yeah. It makes more sense. I might shoot one now. You know.
Nah, I'm in, bro. I'm in. Another cool stuff. Razer, dude. Razer showed basically the future. Huh? Razer, yeah, Razer, huh? Plug to Razer if you're listening to the podcast. We'd love to be sponsored. Y'all make sure you send some cool stuff over here. They made this desk. It's like a glass desk. It's super thin. It's about like legit like this thing.
Now? Okay.
So it's a desk, bro. It's like we were talking about Spider-Man. You know the desk in the Amazing Spider-Man where Harry's like looking through all the stuff and he's like touching it, like Iron Man's desk too. Iron Man has a similar desk like that. Nah, the desk is basically this. So like, it's like a desk. It's all touchscreen. It's modular, so you can change what you want and where you want it. There's like a charging station, wireless charging for your phone. There's a section that heats up cups. So it like heats up your cups. There's another section for like wireless input for like keyboards. Another section for dude, it's the crazy. You got to look it up. Then to top it all off, aside from this desk just being crazy amazing, I probably would never get it because it's just too much for me personally. But
Yeah.
then they released a 4D gaming chair that plugs into the desk. So when you're gaming, the chair moves, it pulls and pushes you and like moves you around and shakes and shit. I was like, what? That's crazy. Talk about immersion. Put a VR headset on and you're good to go. You don't have to leave your room ever.
I'm trying to find it real quick so I can.
I'll send it to you real quick. Let's see. Razer.
Modular gaming desk concept.
Yeah.
Razer. Oh, okay. What? Yeah, that looks sick, bro.
Yeah, it looks crazy. So what's cool is that anything that you see on there, you can move to whatever part of the desk you want. They call it Project Sophia.
I hate when they do stupid stuff. I mean, I get it.
So system monitoring, sound monitoring, programmable hotkeys. They got, I guess it's the actual computer. It's like a Thunderbolt GPU. They have network performance, media controls, USB hubs, wireless charging. Like this thing is like everything you need in a media center built into your desk.
I mean, I looked at it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and I wonder how much it fucking cost. That's but yeah, but I never thought we would get there to what I just seen and looked at. Only in movies, my man. They look crazy.
Usually in these shows, a lot of times they'll show like a concept. So like it's something that they think is cool, they'll make the one time and then we never get to buy it. Like it never comes out to the masses. That happens. Especially in these bigger tech shows, like, hey, look at this cool ass car that we made. It's amazing. It drives itself, it flies, it can go to outer space, and like you never buy it. Like no one ever sees the car.
And it never comes out.
So this could be one of those cases, but apparently it has different configurations. So there's one for like you can configure the desk for the gamer, for the creator, for the streamer, for working from home. Like the thing is, if they build it, it's pretty cool.
If they build it, he will.
If they build it, people will buy it.
For sure.
Just crazy. Anything else you're excited about or that you don't feel too confident about in 2022? What about Batman? We haven't talked about Batman.
Oh my God. How did I forget about that? I just stopped watching trailers. Dude, stop putting out so many trailers, dude. I don't want to see the movie before I see the movie. Dude, that last one that said Batman and Robin trailer, Batman and Catwoman trailer, haven't watched it.
I actually saw it because my wife, I was avoiding it and I was playing and she texted me. She was like, "Did you see the last Batman trailer?" I was like, "No, but I feel like the movie's going to be good." She was like, "Watch the last trailer." She was like, "I didn't care for it before. After I seen this trailer, she's like, I want to go watch it." And I was like, "All right, well, mission accomplished, DC."
Dude, so I'm part of, a couple of groups and stuff like that. And one guy's like a super Batman fan, but I still think he likes Marvel and stuff though too. But people are always coming at him about Batman, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, the Spider-Man movies and stuff like that, and people would just add him right away, like, yeah, and the Batman's up next. He's like, yeah, I'm letting y'all have y'all shine right after. Why do people gotta be like that? Just love it all. Love both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Spider-Man. Like, I love it so much. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm super excited for Batman. I don't like one company more than the other. You know what I'm saying? I favor maybe superheroes or something like that, but you would never hear me be like, oh,
I favor Marvel properties, but I like DC. I like the Flash. I like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I favor DC properties, but right. I love Marvel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I never had that disconnect on with phones either. I'm not like, oh, this phone's better than this phone. I always hate when people do that. Like with the debates of the PlayStation and Xbox, who cares? I wish it was just one, so we could all play together and all be friends.
I mean, when you say you're never going to leave the console, I think Microsoft is establishing itself as a content provider versus a console maker. So at some point, I think they're just going to be like, just throw all this shit on whatever console is available, and we're just going to make money on the games, because all of them lose money on the consoles. They all do, like Sony, Microsoft, and maybe not Nintendo.
Yeah,
but like when they make it, they lose money. Right? They lose money doing it, but like. They're running in completely opposite directions. Like Sony is running into like still exclusive, still proprietary, still like this is where you'll play the best exclusive games, yada yada. I like Sony. I play my PlayStation more than Xbox, but Xbox is on the other spectrum where they're like, play this wherever the hell you want to play it. If you want to play it on your phone, play it on your phone. If you want to play it on a computer, play it on the computer. Play with whoever you want to play with. Just play the games. This is where they make money, is on the games. So like at some point, I think Microsoft's going to be like, whatever, bro, just throw Xbox Game Pass on a PlayStation or on Nintendo. Call it a day. It doesn't matter if you buy the Xbox or not.
Yeah. See, to me, exclusive games don't matter. They don't matter at all. And when you told me about Game Pass and me not caring about games, and if I just want to play a game, a little bit of try game, that just won me over right there.
It's the best. It's the best value in gaming by far. I mean, Xbox understands that they have to deliver value right now. I feel like it always flips back and forth. Like whoever's losing usually has to give you more shit because they're losing. So
PS3 I sold them. They know what's up.
Right. So like now it's one of those things where like Ubisoft Plus is gonna be on Xbox. They're gonna have the new Rainbow Six is coming out on Game Pass. But that Ubisoft, whatever it's called, I can't remember, is not going to be a part of the Game Pass, but you're going to be able to buy it on the Xbox. So like now for, I don't know, whatever the Game Pass price is, $25 a month or whatever that is, plus an additional 10 for whatever that is. Instead of buying one game every month, now you have 17 games that release every month that you can try for the price of one. I mean, it's consumer friendly.
Oh, yeah. Another thing I don't know how big you were on it, but like, dude, I was giving a lot of love to Titans. In season 3, I couldn't even finish you. Okay. So you want to talk about 2021 letdowns. It was Titans season 3.
I didn't finish season 3 either, actually, now that you mention it. I started watching it and then it just got lost in all the other stuff.
Dude, they brought Starfire's sister in. I'm like, who is this person?
I did see it. Yeah. And then she was like having like a love interest with Superboy. I think that's where I bailed.
Too much. And then Beast Boy still can't do shit. What a waste of time.
Raven wasn't even in it. Raven wasn't in the season hardly at all. If at all. I don't think she was in it for like 8 episodes or something.
Bro, what? Does he have an ED of his powers or something? It's the 3rd season, bro. Dude, bro, all those explosions and all that other shit you're doing, save it. Let the motherfucker turn into a bird, a pigeon, a mouse. And he's Beast Boy.
What did you think of the Red Hood? You know, this is a Red Hood.
Dude, I get it. Dude, they're just reaching for popular grabs and stuff like that. But in my opinion, trash.
I don't feel
the Scarecrow
about it as you, but
the Scarecrow is.
I didn't like the Scarecrow. I didn't like
the Scarecrow is running Red Hood and shit or whatever.
Not even just Red Hood, but like all the criminals.
Trash. Okay. Season 3, trash. Yeah, I bet you guys won't get another season after that. Just so you guys know whoever made that stuff.
You don't think so?
No. Well, I mean, I don't know how popular it was to watch it. I know I didn't watch it, and I'm a huge DC fan. So I'll let you know right there. They dropped the ball. They lost a dude who watches. I've seen everything they put out. I even watched a Deathstroke cartoon movie. Well, Deathstroke's one of my favorite people, but that thing was badass. Okay. No, wait, I didn't watch Batman Sinju or Jinju, whatever that Batman was. And then I seen on HBO Max they have Batman. It looks like
Halloween.
Old Kung Fu. Oh no, old Kung Fu type movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Batman Along Halloween.
They had 2 of those, right? I watched the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Yeah, I watched them both. Real good stuff. But
DC animated movies are hands down the best animated superhero movies. Like, Marvel might own cinema, DC owns the small screen. Like all of their animated movies, for the most part, are phenomenal.
Yeah. Speaking of 2021, Batman: The Long Halloween. Bam.
The first one was cool. Fire. I didn't follow it up, but it was cool.
Yeah. Where are we at?
I don't know. I feel like we just been in a good groove. I haven't even checked like what time looks like.
Oh, okay. Well, I just know my shorty's gonna be coming through here any minute. I'm like,
okay, all right, we can wrap it up for today. You know we're gonna be starting doing these more consistently. I already made it official. I sent Ray an invite on Google Calendars, so it has to happen now because he has an official invite. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna whoop him, and he knows this already. So thanks for
Bye-bye.
stopping by, y'all. We're gonna start doing this more frequently.
I feel like this is our best one yet, and obviously it is, because the more you do, the better they're gonna be. But you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, man. I love this stuff. You know, I love what we're doing, and I hope you guys like it. And but then if you're listening, man, share it, man. Give us some feedback, comment.
Yeah.
You know, I had a couple people send me messages about the last podcast, and we were talking about it, and in the messages for a while and stuff, man. And they said they were happy that I'm doing it again. So even if just those two people, what I'm saying, made my day, and make it worth it and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna be trying different things, like formats, how we do stuff. For sure, the feedback is encouraged. Me and Ray have different opinions on how podcasts kind of work, so we got to find what you guys want to listen to, because that's what's important. So
because there's no rules,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But we want to know what you guys think too, because like we said, man, everything's more consumer now, man. So
yeah. So let us know. We'll
give us ideas of stuff you want us to talk about, or if you feel like we missed something, stuff like that, man. That's how the world works now, man.
Yeah.
So
matter of fact, if you're on Facebook now, this is where I share most of our stuff initially. In the comment section, let us know, what was your biggest disappointment in 2021. Doesn't have to be tech or movie related. Hell, it could be personal if you want to. And what's your biggest, happiness of 2021? And we'll go from there, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Stay nerdy. Deuces.
Love y'all. Hey.